The following program is brought to you by Jack Miller.
It's Down to Business with Jack Miller. Forget what they teach you in school. This is real life, not Wall Street, but Main Street. A real show on what's really involved with starting and running a business with all the ups and downs. Our guests will answer your questions and provide you with valuable information. Stay tuned and join in the conversation.
Hello, everyone. This is Jack Miller at Down to Business. Thank you for joining us. We're here with Todd Cohen. Todd, I don't know about you, but I am deeply inspired by the conversation with Ross.
Yeah, I mean, that's what we're looking for. He's the salt of the earth. He went in there and grabbed the world by its bootstrings, started a company by himself with a friend of his, had an idea, had goals, and really put a plan into action and has brought a company. I mean,
a major company.
I don't know exactly, but I'm sure it's, I'm sure they're pulling in revenues toward $50 million a year or something like that with that company, maybe more.
Yeah, I don't want to say on the air, but he told me, and it wasn't on the air, but it's big revenues, very successful company. And what I think is inspiring, how he openly talked about the challenges he's faced in his personal life and in the business life and how he's overcome them.
That's right. He's very open. He's very honest. He's well-spoken. He knows his story. He knows how to get from point A to point B. It's very, he orchestrates the whole thing, and you could tell. I mean, he knows what he's doing, and it's amazing, frankly.
No, I agree. Ross is a great guy, and I definitely want to have him on again. And I think it's inspiring because people think today it's hard. It is hard to be in business. There's no question it's hard, but they think it's impossible. And he proved it wrong. You can start a business, and he employs a lot of people. But what was interesting, I liked you. You segmented it a little bit. Is in the warehouse business in real estate. I think a lot of people don't realize in real estate when you have specialized businesses like his businesses where you need warehouses and loading trucks that the real estate requirements are specific. The loading dock size, the ceiling heights.
You caught my subtle segue that I made into the real estate world with him?
I caught it, and I loved it. I just loved it. It got me very excited.
I mean, we all know what we know, and we all like to talk about those type of things. And frankly, real estate is a huge, huge part of most businesses. So, whether they're actively involved in the real estate themselves or whether it's just a large check that they have to write every month to have the real estate that they operate out of, real estate is vital to every business.
Yeah, talk a minute about in the warehousing and industrial space how the ceiling heights mean a lot to the value of the building because that determines really who can go in there and who can't.
Well, and he started talking about the efficiencies. I mean, the higher you can pile things up on the racks inside of your warehouse, the more bang for your buck, so to speak, you can get. Because if you can put more merchandise in a smaller amount of square footage, basically you're increasing your revenue stream. And he talked about that. He discussed on air, Ross, that is, discussed the challenges that he has with getting enough things into his warehouse and then out because part of a distribution business is you're bringing stuff in and then you're moving it out, but you need to make room for the stuff you're bringing in. And if all of a sudden someone stops ordering or something gets back, there's bottlenecks that happen and you end up with too much merchandise and you have no room in your warehouse floor. So the more room you have vertically to put stuff, to rack stuff, the better off you are, and you don't have to spend that much money for it because people pay on a per square foot basis.
Sort of like Costco. When you go to Costco, they stack it up.
It's efficiencies. It's all about efficiencies.
Todd, I have to tell you, I've seen you're super excited about this. I love it.
I'm selling a huge warehouse deal right now, and all of the tenants in this warehouse property probably could use Ross or do use Ross or someone like Ross for their warehouse needs.
So, again, ceiling heights are critical. Loading docks?
That's right. And there's two primary kinds of loading docks. There's the dock high, where the truck could just back right up and unload at the dock. And then there's what's called roll-up doors, where, a lot of times they're used for smaller trucks or hand carts from the larger trucks, but the door just rolls up like your garage door does, and you drive it on in or you bring it on in on a cart.
Companies can actually buy the site selection, and by going to a guy like you, can really save money in their operational business. And Ross was a great, testament to that.
Yeah. I mean, it's great. And look, when you do when you do any work in the real estate world or what Ross does, you really get introduced to a whole underbelly of business that you don't really know too much about. I mean, how merchandise, gets distributed from point A to point B and then even to point C, how things get manufactured, where they get manufactured and then distributed to the middleman a lot of times, and then to the end seller like a Target or a Walmart. You don't really know what goes into all of that until you see these various warehouses of all different sizes and shapes all over the country that are really doing this blue-collar work that sort of gets the gears of our, the economy going. And it's amazing to see it and to see all of the businesses and types of businesses that are run out of these places.
Some of them are pretty cool, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, we have to break, Todd. We have a minute left. Any closing thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, look, I'd like to give my contact information because I'm still waiting for that call from the whale one day who's going to call me up and say I have 20 shopping centers to sell with you. I hang my hat on that hope, but here's my number, 786-522-7021. My name is Todd Cohen. I'm with Marcus & Millichap. Full-service advisory and real estate brokerage firm. I can help you with buying real estate, selling real estate, financing for commercial real estate, and for exchanging a 1031 exchange tax-free.
Todd, thank you very much. You were great as always. And by the way, Todd recommended Ross. Great recommendation.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you for having him. Great show. Look us up on iTunes. Look us up on Facebook, Twitter, wherever the internet goes. And we'll have to. I promise you guys, Rodney Dangerfield jokes. I apologize, I didn't get to it this week.
We get no respect here.
No respect.
Well, look, we have podcasts. Take them with you.
Check us out on podcasts. We got to go, everyone. Have a great week.